What's up, guys? This is Webby back again for your SmackDown Live review for March 28th, 2017. SmackDown tonight, pretty decent show. You can't complain about it too much. It did its job for the go-home show to WrestleMania 33, WWE's Ultimate Thrill Ride, WrestleMania. It did its job. It built up the main matches that we're going to see this Sunday at WrestleMania. Miz and John Cena got ample time tonight. Ample time. The women got an extremely amount of time tonight. Very surprisingly, AJ Styles and Shane McMahon signed the contract in the opening segment of SmackDown Live. Really threw me for a loop there. Really thought they would close the show, considering that throughout the WrestleMania build as of late, Shane McMahon and AJ Styles have been closing out SmackDown. So I thought they would go down that route. They didn't. Gave Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper the main event spot here tonight on SmackDown Live. Pretty good contest between Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper. We all knew the Eater of Worlds, the WWE champion, Bray Wyatt, was going to be victorious. Picked up the victory because he started, after a good encounter between the two, started staring at Luke Harper, playing mind games with him again, and then took his eye off the ball. Luke Harper did. Sister Abigail, 1, 2, 3. Bray Wyatt's victorious. Randy Orton comes out on the Titantron and says, Bray, I'm going to take this stick thing that you used on me last week, and I'm going to stick it down into the muck, into the remains of Sister Abigail, because Randy Orton was at the Wyatt family compound where he burnt down. And he says he's coming for him at WrestleMania 33. Kind of the same thing that we have heard in the past from Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. The same type promo that we've heard come out of them. But it was a good match between Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt in the main event. Luke Harper, speaking of him, cut a really good promo leading up to that main event spot. He said that Bray Wyatt should run. That Bray Wyatt needs to know that Luke Harper is back. And it's time for Bray Wyatt to be afraid. Excellent promo. Excellent work by Luke Harper. Really like that he is by himself now. You know, since this whole rivalry started between the Wyatt family and Randy Orton, Luke Harper has really been shining. It's a shame he's left out in the cold in this whole rivalry, in this whole WrestleMania package, in this WWE Championship match. But great promo tonight and great match with Bray Wyatt. Speaking of being left out in the cold, and speaking of a match at WrestleMania that is just being tossed out the window, you know, I know Braun Strowman's on Monday Night Raw, but they said something tonight on SmackDown about WrestleMania and about the match that he's in. And the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal is going to be on the pre-show this Sunday. Well, if things can't get any worse for Braun Strowman and the people that are getting behind him. That's all I can say. Because, you know, he loses to Roman Reigns and all that junk. I'm not getting into it. But as much as he's going to have to come back from those losses and being chokeslammed by The Undertaker, and he's getting put in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal on the pre-show, in which barely anybody's going to watch, you think that's going to make that much of an impact when no one sees it? WWE, give me a break. Absolutely horrible. You can do better than that. But that's my rant about that. The Miz TV segment tonight was intriguing. You know, we saw The Miz and Maurice make fun of John Cena and Nikki Bella inside and out, just tore them apart for, you know, like 10, 15 minutes straight. You know, Miz and Maurice came out and showed total Bellas, and they were making fun of them, and they're sitting at the kitchen table, and Daniel Bryan's out there. Miz is playing Daniel Bryan, and Nikki Bella wants the question to be asked and all this stuff, and John Cena supposedly wants people to eat correctly, people want to drink correctly, people want to eat a certain amount and drink a certain amount each time, and if they don't, then they're going to be excused from table and not being allowed to eat and all this stuff. The Miz is by far the best heel, one of the best on SmackDown Live and on WWE roster, period. All right, now, Maurice has a lot to it. She was really playing up the Nikki Bella, making fun of her really well as well. Now, once this happened and the whole total Bella scene was over, John Cena and Nikki Bella came out, and that's when The Miz and Maurice they were quiet the rest of the night. John Cena pretty much, you know, didn't take what he usually says and says, oh, we're going to be in for a battle of our life and blah, blah, blah. He pretty much laid it down flat, laid out exactly what we're going to see. John Cena and Nikki Bella going to destroy, going to bury, so to speak, The Miz and Maurice at WrestleMania 33. No question about that. There's no question in my mind that John Cena and Nikki Bella are not going to be the victors at WrestleMania. So John Cena laid that out. John Cena pretty much laid it out again that The Miz is great at making jokes, but then he started getting personal, and here's where John Cena starts telling the truth and doing his usual jazz. But then that's when he laid out that he was going to bury them at WrestleMania, destroy them at WrestleMania. Naomi is back. She is in the Women's Championship matchup at WrestleMania. So now is a six-pack challenge. Carmella and Becky Lynch were supposed to have a one-on-one contest tonight, and it turned out to be Alexa Bliss and Mickie James pretty much just arguing and bickering back and forth with each other, and then having a knockdown, drag-out affair inside the squared circle. And then all the women started brawling, and they ended up having a tag team matchup. So Carmella and Alexa Bliss faced Becky Lynch and Mickie James, in which there was no clear-cut winner. They all started brawling again. Natalya came out, and then Naomi came out. No real clear-cut winner. No one knew what in the world was going on. And yeah, that was it in the women's segment, building up this six-pack challenge at WrestleMania. Pretty good contest. Really wish I could have had like a real clear-cut winner, not have all the women just going around beating each other up. But this is WWE's way of building up their matches like they do every year. And in the start of the show, AJ Styles and Shane McMahon had their opening segment, signing a contract. Shane McMahon pretty much stating, laying it out, that AJ Styles better come out 100%, bring his A game, because he's never faced anybody like Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon does whatever it takes at his matches when he gets inside the squared circle. AJ Styles is just sitting back and finally says, you know, this isn't some stunt match that you're having. This isn't some Hell in a Cell match that you're having, Shane. This isn't some no disqualification match that you're having. You know, you faced some greats. Undertaker, John Cena, Kurt Angle. He just named them out. You're facing AJ Styles. And when I get inside the squared circle, matches are phenomenal. Totally different aspect than any other superstar than you ever faced. So, going to be excited to see this Sunday between those two. And honestly, it's one match that's gotten a lot of criticism, but I wouldn't go into it too sour because I think this match might throw a few surprises our way. And that was pretty much SmackDown Live tonight. They did its job building towards WrestleMania and their main rivalries, their main matches this Sunday. If you missed it, you didn't miss anything extravaganza, but it was a pretty decent show. So, y'all let me know what you're thinking in comments below. Subscribe to the channel. Like this video. Hit that thumbs up. Twitter at 2007Webby. Facebook at 2007Webby. Until I see you again, this is Webby, and I will catch you on the other side. Talk to you later.